Jonsi. I am the team lead for the programs of Applied Computer Science and Electrical and Electronic Engineering here at Saxion. Welcome at the Digital Discovery Day, a way of informing potential students just like yourselves about our program and about Saxion. Good for you to join us. If you have any questions in the meantime during my presentations, feel free to raise your digital hand, and then we can see what we can discuss. Okay, so we will do this for both programs, and that is because these programs are kind of neighboring programs and actually have a bit of overlap as well if you look at the content. So that's why we also have one team of teachers responsible for both these programs, and that's why we do the presentation for this Digital Discovery Day together. Okay, let's move on. Again, that's me. If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand, and then we can discuss a bit. Okay, so why would you study applied computer science or electrical engineering at all? Well, for both the programs, it's the case that we have small classes. We have small groups, which well, improves the personal attention that you will get from teachers. It also connects with the fact that we have a lot of practicals in our classes, and for that you cannot have big groups. Talking about the practicals, our program is very practice oriented. We value practical skills together with theory, with knowledge, because we are a University of Applied Science, so that is what we bring together. And we always focus on real world challenges, real world problems that you see out there at companies in the world, to do the right thing. And thirdly, we have really great facilities in terms of equipment, rooms, but also we have research groups at our university, and you can also do assignments for the research groups, even do internships or graduations. So we have a lot of facilities available for you. Specifically for applied computer science, what can you expect? There is a broad range of tools and techniques. You will be learning a lot of programming languages, such as C and C++, but that is always connected to apply that in the electrical engineering sense, in embedded systems. It has to do with Internet of Things, connectivity. So this is really about computer engineering in that field of application. So what we don't do is we do not build websites or apps. That is not what we do in applied computer science. We do have another program at Saxion focusing on those fields of application. That program is called HBO ICT. But we in applied computer science, and applied is important here, focus on embedded systems and programming for embedded systems. You can, and I will get into that in a couple of slides, specialize in the second year in three elective lines, being embedded systems, digital signal processing, and artificial intelligence, of course. Yeah, and then after you graduate, there is a whole world full of job opportunities in high-tech industry that you can actually almost make your own choice. There is much more demand than we can offer in terms of graduation students. So what will you do? Well, during the first 2 years of the 4-year program, you will be working on practical skills in parallel with gaining that theoretical knowledge, as I said before. And that's the first step in your study. And the next step will be that doing internships and graduation assignments will get you fit to be able to work at companies of your choice. So the program of applied computer science, it is a 4-year program. If you would be successful every year with the modules that you do in that year. So in the first year, we focus on a solid foundation in terms of programming and design and mathematics and electronics, because you do need those as tools for the remainder of the program. You will be working on projects, and that's actually a lot of fun. As we also get back from our students, you will be working on programming an electronic safe. You will be working on a self-driving car, a miniature self-driving car. And for that, you need a lot of technical skills, as I mentioned before. But next to the technical skills, we also want you to develop as a person, as a full engineer. And for that, we also offer some personal development in terms of how to do research, how to write a report, how to present, how to apply for a job. So that's also together with all the technical skills that you will learn. And that whole package will make you, let's say, a full-blown engineer at the end of the 4-year, as depicted here. In the second year, you will be building up on that first year experience and skills that you have built, and you will also be doing some more projects. As I mentioned before, we have 3 elective lines in the second year. You can choose one. Some students even choose 2. So some of the students are really ambitious, but you need to at least choose one elective line, and that's in the either in the field of embedded systems, in signal systems, or intelligence systems. And the third and fourth year, containing 4 semesters, you will be doing in random order, except for the graduation assignment, the internship assignment, the minor, and an interdisciplinary project. And the final semester, of course, I would say, is the graduation assignment. The internship assignment and the graduation assignment are typically assignments that you do at a company in the Netherlands, typically in the Netherlands, for which you applied yourself. So we can help you a bit, but in the end, you will need to apply for internship assignments and graduation assignments yourself, because also that is a part of becoming an engineer. Then on to electrical engineering. That program is specifically focused on developing, building, and testing electrical and electronic solutions for a really wide variety of problems. For that, of course, you need some basic technical knowledge in terms of doing math, doing analog and digital electronics, also a bit of programming, because also as an electrical engineer, you need to be able to do some basic programming. So that's also what we have in our program. And also here, it is important that you apply knowledge and skills in projects. And together with some other students, you will be working in a project team, and you not only focus on doing the technical work, but you also learn how to work in teams, how to communicate, how to present and report your work. Also for this program, you will have the first 2 years with learning practical skills and gaining theoretical knowledge, similar to what you have seen in ACS, although different topics. And also for the third and fourth year, as you will see in the next slide, you will be doing internship and graduation and a minor and this interdisciplinary project. So for the first year, typical mathematics that is required for electrical engineering is taught, analog electronics, digital electronics, a variety of projects, and also similar to what we have in ACS, we will be focusing on personal development. In the second year, we have also specializations. We have 2 specializations. In this slide, it says during the second semester, but actually it's the 4th quarter of the second year. We have 2 specializations. One is focusing on microelectronics. So that's the electronics that you might find in your smartwatch or in your infotainment system in your car. Electronics on that scale, let's put it like that. And the other specialization is more towards high power and sustainable energy. And then you can think of how to manage a smart grid, electric grid, in terms of instead of doing it AC, we do it DC for solar parks or a park of wind turbines. So that's one of the real life, the real world topics that we want to connect to from our program of electrical engineering. And again, the 3rd and 4th year are similar to the 3rd and 4th year of applied computer science. We have 4 semesters, and you will end with your graduation assignment at a company. I was kind of already hinting towards what your career opportunities will be. For both the programs, these are really good. So for applied computer science, there are several jobs that you can do after you graduate. You can be a programmer or software engineer at this big company here in the eastern part of the Netherlands that is called Thales. They build radar systems for defense. They built also civil applications for public transportation access. You can also be a test engineer or a quality manager, for instance, at ASML. We also have a big company here in Enschede, which is called Demcon, and they do a lot on medical systems. So we also have interns and graduation students doing their work over there, and after graduation actually start their jobs there. We also have this service at the Saxion that's called Saxion Career Services. They can also help you in finding good jobs. And this percentage that you see here, so within 1.5 years of after graduation, 91% or really a lot of students find a job. So that is that's, I would say, the least of your concerns. Finding a job, being a bachelor in applied computer science is what we find to be very successful for students. Some job examples for electrical engineers. We also have a lot of companies in the eastern part of the Netherlands and farther along in the Netherlands, which really need electrical engineers. So we have the bigger companies like Benchmark and Witteveen and Bosch. We have a NADAP, which is a really nice and modern company half an hour away from Enschede, where they do a lot of innovative applications for customers in agriculture, in access management. So that is it is a really fun company to be at. A lot of opportunities there. Looking at that same percentage as we just did with HES, so it's also around 90% of the graduation students finding a job within the first 1.5 years after they graduate. Okay, so I already talked a lot. Maybe it's time for you to be able to ask me a couple of questions. Please feel free to. Anyone has a question? Have a question for me? For those who joined later, I am recording this session. So if you do not agree, please raise your hand. Do you have any questions for me? There are no questions. I was fully clear to you. Just let me know. Okay, then I think it's time to stop the session. Thanks for joining. If you have some questions about housing application, financing, anything that comes with doing a study other than the study itself, you can join the live stream of our international office, which starts at 14:45 this afternoon. Feel free to join and ask any questions as well there. Then I would like to thank you for being here. I hope you got a bit of an impression about the program, and hopefully we'll see each other in the new academic year. Thanks for now, and good luck in choosing your study. Bye for now.